Hello everyone, welcome to the Tech Eddy Show. I'm your host Eddy Ray, where we do tips, tricks, and tutorial videos for live streamers, gamers, and content creators. In today's episode, we cover a product called Xsplit VCam, or Virtual Cam, where you can create a green screen effect with absolutely no green screen. How? Stay tuned. Alright, let's kick things off with the overview of Xsplit VCam. Now, this is free to try actually. You can download it for yourselves. I think all the bells and whistles are there for you to try, including background blur, background removal. They will put a watermark though over your picture, so keep that in mind. But you can try it out for yourselves. If you like it, do purchase a license. I've had this for 3 or 4 months now, using it quite a bit. Now, why would you want to use a virtual cam? Well, this software allows you to do some things that regular webcams cannot do. Then it creates a virtual cam source, which can then be found in any kind of conferencing software or broadcasting software, like Google Hangouts and Zoom, Skype, OBS Studios, XSplit Broadcaster, and more. So let's check it out today, guys. So first thing we're going to do is this. Find your webcam, click down here, and locate your webcam you're going to be using. Now I'm using my laptop cam to show you guys, and I'm using my other cam over here for the video. So we'll select USB 2.0 webcam device. Alright, the first thing you want to do is calibrate and have the software kind of see what kind of hardware the software is working with. So go to Help and click on Calibrate. It will run some hardware tests, giving the optimized settings for VCam on your computer. Very, very important to do this test and calibrate first before anything else. So we'll take a few minutes though, but let it run its course. All right. Is it almost done? There we go. Hardware test complete. Camera detected. Press continue. Cool. Now we'll go back up here to this menu in the upper left. Go to Show Settings, and this is what it recommended for my computer, my laptop. Hardware acceleration's on automatic, and quality controls automatic. You can try setting these yourselves if you want to. It may crash, may give you bad frame rate. If you have a really strong GPU though, it will give you a bit better optimized settings. So it all optimizes itself though based on your computer, so it does have low and high settings, which is really good. There's also a background removal or a blurring option in this tool, which we'll show you in a little bit, and that also affects the removal of the chair in the additional options. So with this checked, when we blur the background, it will also blur my gaming chair. When we remove the background, it will also remove the chair from the background too, which is pretty cool. If you uncheck this, it will keep the chair in view. It won't blur it, and it won't remove it in those two options. All right, get rid of settings here. You can also check for updates. XSplit does a really good job as far as updating the products, tweaking with bug fixes as well. So we've got numerous updates the past few months. So big thumbs up for XSplit to support the product. I love that a lot. Quick start and manual guides are here if you want to learn more. Let's go into the really cool first tool for Xsplit VCam, one of my favorite ones. You only find this kind of, I guess, effect in high-end cameras and never in webcams. So VCam software allows you to actually give you a depth of field with blurring the background. So it gives you the chance to make you the focal point and kind of blur the background a little bit with this slider. I usually recommend between 10 and 20 is the best, but it all depends on your camera and your lighting, how much lighting you have. So I have a busy background with some video game cases, some figurines, a curio cabinet behind there as well. So I think it's a pretty nice looking background. It's not really, it's a little bit cluttered though, so blurring it does make it look a little bit better. It makes me more the focal point rather than people getting kind of all blurry-eyed themselves looking, what do I look at here with all the things going on behind me? So you can blur the background as much as you want. The higher you go, you will get some artifacting here and some flickering. It's trying to like blur everything except for you. So it's blurring the mic and the stand itself, my hat. Again, 10 to 20 probably is your best range for this. But again, experiment yourselves with your lighting and how much you want to blur. But a really nice effect there for depth of field in XSplit VCam. So back to 0. You can also input numbers here if you want to. The slider is pretty easy to use. I like using the slider the most. All right. So now background removal a la green screen, without having any kind of green screen. Now I do recommend having a fairly plain background behind you, whether it's a painted wall of a solid color or just some basic curtains. The more busy the background is, the more trouble the software will have keeping it removed out of the picture. But even so, we'll click remove and look what it does. Does a pretty amazing job by itself. Now I can lower my microphone a little bit and give you a better shot too, but it does a pretty good job at this, removing the background automatically with no green screen. So just test this out for yourselves. Set your laptop or your camera up in front of a wall. Give yourself some space as well, some lighting. Test out different lighting. You may find better results for yourselves. Now with background removal, you can also add in pictures, YouTube videos, media files behind you. There's some built-in pictures you can try and use to add in backgrounds then. So if you're doing video conferencing or gaming, you have some really cool effects to choose from here. So you click on add background actually, and you can import media files, YouTube videos themselves, even web pages too. You can also search for unsplash photos via XSplit. Now the other cool feature is with the removal, you can also blur the background now as well. So any setting you want, and you can blur that. So you can kind of mix and match the depth of field and the background removal here and create a really cool effect for your live streams, your recording, or your video conferencing. All right, so that's pretty much it as far as background removal and the blurring, the depth of field. Those are the two main tools in XSplit VCam, and they work really well, but the results really depend upon the background behind you. Again, if you want that better, clean, and crisp effect for the green screen effect with the background removal, have more of a plain background, try different lighting and see what works for you. And that pretty much does it for our overview, guys, of XSplit VCam here. Hopefully you saw and learned a little bit about how it works. Try it for yourselves. Again, you can go to XSplit and try VCam for yourselves. There will be a watermark there, but that way you can try all the bells and whistles for yourself and see if you like it or not. Thanks for watching. I'm Tech Eddy for the Tech Eddy Show. We'll see you back here next time.